A boom. All right. We are live. And then tell me when you get Audacity open and we'll do the claps together. And just tell me when
Okay.
you hit record. We'll hit record at the same time and do the clappies.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me whenever you're ready. A boom.
Okay, I'm recording.
I'm recording. All right, so let's do some.
That good for room tone?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
This is on my end.
Whoop. Poopy
Stay in
doopy.
this. Okay, you can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Jesus Christ. Oh God, I'm counting the days till it's done.
I'm sorry, man. This seems like such a nightmare for you. I wish we had never started it.
It's fine, man. I know, because there's so many, like there was so many that were hey Gorman. There were so many that were good. There
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like there were so many that were good. It's just like ah ah. There's always something. Like it's just like that because I'm at Caroline's. Hello, boys. The monitor has its own fucking sound, so then that fucks up audition. Then I have to leave the. It's just like you know what I mean, or there. It's just it's madness. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I announced it on the. I announced it on the podcast that came out today, which I did like just me, and it just makes sense. Like I'll hit you up when you're free and just be like, hey man, you want to record? And like I don't want you to not do it with me all the time. It's just like I just can't do it with people all the time. I just want to like
No. I can definitely see through the lines.
okay.
I'm just not funny enough.
How
I see what you're saying.
dare you?
I wish I was a little bit more charming and funny, and
Oh my
I
God.
wish
No,
my
do you know
I
what the
wish my
real?
Gonthus was bigger. At the end of the
I
day.
mean, your penis is too small
Too small for
for
radio. You got a dick
too
for radio, buddy.
small. Yeah, you do. TJ versus technology. I know, Ish. It doesn't end. It's just there's always some kind of. All right. So let's do room tone together. You guys get to witness this. How fun. Let's do room tone together and then we'll do the claps. But you've been recording, right?
Yeah, I've been recording.
Great.
All right, room
That's fine. Me
tone.
too. Ready?
Go.
And go.
And go.
All right. That's good. All right, Ian. You do the claps for us because you're good at it.
All right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Clap, clap, clap.
Yes.
Ready?
Got it. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's great. The dog's gonna lose her shit.
Oh, she's a cutie.
Nugget. She's very cute. I adore her. Great. All right. Cool. All right. Let's see. Make sure that this thing isn't losing its mind. Cool. Check. Nugget. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
What's she looking at?
She's just barking. Nugget. Stop. Oh, dude. It's just I don't know.
She was sleeping peacefully until the claps.
I know we have to sync up audio. Hey everybody. So this is fun. Yeah. So I know we don't have a lot of people, but you'll hear this. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to After Dark, everybody. I'm your host TJ. With me is Ian.
Today I'm Psycho Gorman. That's my
Ooh, Psycho Gorman. Sounds like Psycho Doorman. So yeah. We are live. So I made this announcement on the episode today. We have one more. Next week will be the the last version of, or the last episode of After Dark, and after that, I announced before you still get one podcast a week. And that one will have either me by myself or like I'll have Ian on or Joe or Brian. Nugget, you gotta stop. It's a dog, everybody.
If it's any consolation, I didn't hear anything, so I don't know if
yeah, it might be too.
It's not
loud.
coming through for some reason.
You can see her behind me. She's a very beautiful dog, and I love her to death. But audio-wise, now she's real worked up. She's adorable. I love her. But dogs are never good for podcasts. So yeah. So next week we're gonna have we'll have a fun long show, and maybe not long show. We'll have a very fun show. Try to get some more call-ins and stuff. And then I think moving forward, I might just do After Dark, like either randomly you'll see it, have your notifications on, and it'll just pop up, and it'll either be me by myself when I'm bored, or I'll hit you up Ian, and be like, "Hey, dude, let's do an episode." And if you're like home and you're like, "Sure," then whatever.
Yeah,
but for right,
maybe.
But for maybe right
I'll
now,
see you sometime in the future, maybe 10 years from today, we'll get together and
let's make sure 10 years today that we definitely do this thing. Yeah, it's just I gotta focus on one thing, and it's just I'm gonna have the podcast will have a video element, so when I get my setup all complete, so you'll be able to listen to the podcast on iTunes. And if you want to go on YouTube or Twitch, you could see the podcast. You could see me sitting at the desk, and we'll use StreamYard, and there'll still be images and stuff, but it'll just be a merging of the two shows to just one thing. And then if me and Joe want to try to do the TV show, that was super fun when we did it. But yeah, just sometimes I have as much fun doing this with the if we had a studio, or like if we had a studio, or I lived somewhere, I could be like, Ian, come over, and you just came to the house, we high-fived, we recorded in person. Do you mean like I wouldn't be concerned?
Said, hey, bro, you're looking hella swole and chest bump.
yeah, that's it.
I want to do that, man.
So, thank you. Ish says, I don't hear her on screen. Yeah, you might not. I think maybe her bark was too low for her bite, but there she's in the back just watching the show adorably. The dog is very cute. If you look at Twitch or YouTube, you can say. So, it'd be easy if it's like we're in person. It just works 1,000 times better because it's just, there's not that much issues, but I can't. It's also like during this pandemic, I feel like everyone, I don't know do you have any plans you do at night?
Plans?
Meaning like,
yeah, I climb into bed at 8:00 and I watch YouTube until 3 a.m. usually.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sounds depressing.
honestly, I was sitting there as this is my thing. It was like I'll be sitting there. I'll be watching my YouTubes. I'll be watching gaming, different gaming videos or whatever. Not gaming myself, and I'll just kind of notice. I'm like, I'm smiling right now. This is great. It's nice just spending 7 hours on the bed doing nothing. So it's sad. Those are my plans at night. Why? What about you?
Those are your plans. Well, I think what I do is what I meant was, do you find like I have too many things scheduled?
Oh, no, I don't.
Like I have something on Monday night, and then Tuesday was After Dark, and then it was like Saturday is like game night, and then Friday is if you play games on Friday, and if I could do it. So it was leaving me like 2 nights a week, if at all, to like do anything. It just was making me.
Yeah, that's miserable.
It was just, it just gets to a point where I know like we're home all day, but then it feels good to have something to look forward to. But I guess like not really. But what I was, the doc looks awesome. I want to throw in, I did put it in here. So while it's still fresh in my fat skull. So I downloaded, by the way, I got a PS5, technically.
What?
Technically.
You dirty dog.
Technically, I got a PS5. I use this thing. I could send you what the website is and the Telegram channel if you want. I said it on the.
I'm in no rush to get one, but go.
You're in no rush. I said it on the podcast. I said what it is. I just, what I'll do a scumbag move. Listen to the podcast that came out tonight, and I'll tell you the website. Very filthy move that I just did there, but God damn it, do we need the foot traffic? So I finally got it. It was like $775 because I was tricked into the bundle.
Tease. You got tricked.
I couldn't, dude.
I love it. This is my favorite face on DJ? Is this like, I did a boo boo? Uh-oh.
Dude, I felt so like I was like walking outside in PA, just like on the phone. I think I was talking to my friend, our friend Mike, and he just let me. I was like, all right, dude, I'll talk to you later. He's like, all right, man. And I was like, maybe, like I don't know, 20 houses down, like 20, So maybe like half a block, and I look and all of a sudden I see a message pop up on the Telegram channel I follow. And it says like and it was like PS5 disc edition bundle in stock. And I was like, oh, and I just clicked it and I saw like 770. I was like, God, that's a lot of money. And then like I was like, well, let me just, what are the odds? And I clicked it. And then it seemed like it was like in the cart. And I was like, and then I just blacked out and hit checkout and I couldn't believe it went through. And I was like, oh no. And it comes with, I talked about it today, so I'll just run through it real quick. It comes with Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which I already own on Xbox. Which I was like, damn it, a $20 gift certificate to GameStop, which I'm like, well, I'll use that. Second controller, which I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I guess that's not that bad. And then Miles Morales, which I was like, well, I want to play that anyway. So I wasn't like too like about it, but the fact of like 700. Hey man, hey John Robert Wilson. I know, dude. I didn't change my shirt at all. We do pay attention. Like how John Robert still comes in. He's trying to shame me. He's like, do they know there's a chat? It's like, John, I don't know there's a chat. No, John, it's a shame that he pops in for this one because it's like, number one, I miss you, dude. Number two, I'm usually very good. And it is true. John always wants the best.
Yeah.
When John helps me, it does help. And Ian knows John too.
I know John.
He's the best. I do miss the two. I do miss it, everybody. Now that we're more remote, I should just get more people on. Like I should get John back on.
So Teach.
Oh yeah, I was talking about
for your PlayStation, right? It sounds like that's not how much you were planning on spending on it. So I think we gotta teach you a lesson here. Here's the lesson, okay?
What's the lesson?
We're announcing a giveaway. TJ's going to give away his entire $775 PlayStation 5 bundle, and then you're going to buy it at a reasonable price, mister. This is the only way you'll learn.
Dude,
you're giving away that $775 and you're buying it for $500 like a grown-up.
God, it just was the worst. I was like, fuck. The thing that sucks the most is like my friends I usually play Call of Duty with, out of the 6 of us, like 2 of them already have a PS5. And out of those 2, like my friend Tom and Amanda have one because they're married, so they're a couple. Then Brian McGinnis got his. So then it's like me and Jeff are the last 2 left, and then I got mine. The thing that scared me the most was when I got it, they never sent it. They took the money out of my account, and it's from GameStop. And I think the stop is an O. I hope it's not a 0, and this was a Russian website. And like they took the money out, but like I've not received an email. I guess I'm going to receive an email on the 23rd.
Well, GameStop stock is worth so much now, they feel like they don't have to send receipts anymore. They're like, whatever, we're rolling in it. Fuck.
Brian Matterkane says Brian doesn't play in Stadia. Brian does play in Stadia. But
no one else on Earth does.
Nope. I have mine plugged into my monitor.
The Stadia team's sitting there talking about shutting down, and they're like, "Yeah, but what about Brian? He'll be so disappointed."
Brian McGinnis, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the only one who, the champion of Stadia, Brian McGinnis." So finally, I guess on the 23rd, they'll email me like we're shipping it, but I think I basically bought a pre-order. So when they come in, I think they'll send them out and then from there.
I'm also very much anticipating a video game delivery that should be coming my way soon, is I don't know if I mentioned this on this show. I don't even know if you know about this, but like 3 or 4 years ago, they had a Kickstarter for Street Fighter, the board game.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about it on here.
Okay, I thought we did. I was like, this is deja vu. Anyway, it should be coming any day now.
No, John goes, have you guys done Risk of Rain yet?
I played that a lot. That's a good game.
Yeah, Ian loves it. Yeah, the board game looks pretty cool.
Yeah, they got great figures.
The board game.
They have like every single character has their own unique fighting deck, and I don't know. It's like all the classics, like all the basically up to you could get so many, but I just went up through the new challengers. So like Cammy, T-Hawk, DJ, and Fei Long, and the bosses in the original 8.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I did see that. The board game. You know what I did try playing? Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Love
it's as fun as trying to set up a stream for this podcast. I don't know what it is about it. Like it's free on PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
So I downloaded it, and the Final Fantasy VII was such a great story, but it was also told in 2000 whatever or 997 I think or something. I can't remember the year. But it was like told. It was told so long ago, and it's just like the dialogue is still weird, and I'm like, okay. And then like they do this stupid. Now I've done, not to brag, I've done a lot of cartoon like anime for like anime games.
Yeah, for
and yeah, and it's like they have this. It's like there's this thing, and you will know too because you've watched anime. It's the I guess oohing is what it is. It's like the
yeah,
and it's like I'm watching them do the thing, and it's still that like Shinra cards, yeah. And I'm like, what is this? Like, and it looks like the game looks really good. The combat is annoying.
Yeah.
Because they still add. Did you play the demo?
I played the demo. I remember it being very kind of clunky. Like, again, it's like one of my least favorite things in games, just consistently. It's one of the reasons I'm not a huge Bayonetta fan. I really don't like when you're fighting something and you swing and it doesn't flinch.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they do here. It's also like they add that thing with the, where you have to stagger something. Like 13, right. Final Fantasy 13's combat was confusing in the beginning, but then like you kind of got it. Mm-hmm. But it had that thing where you attacked with light attacks until you built them up to a gauge, and then they got staggered, and then you do hard attacks. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like I'm trying to really like it, but it's just. Yeah. It just seems like the combat is, it's confusing for confusion's sake.
My take on the demo, simple. It was like more like a cinema. It was like more like almost like an interactive movie than a game. Like the gameplay seemed like secondary to like the spectacle of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It just was like, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough Final Fantasy VII until I might play more. I might not. It's just, and no, John, we have not done Risk of Rain 2 yet. I have not.
We already answered that. I do like Risk of Rain. That's a dope game.
So Ish says his brother's loving the game. I mean, I'm not saying you can't love it. It's just, I don't know. It's not catching me where it should.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, it's kind of like there. I'm like, oh, cool. When, I want it to be, I want it to be awesome. So, let's jump in, man. Let's jump into the show of shows. Well,
I got you a whole list of topics, and there's probably too many to talk about. So I'm gonna let you take the reins.
Well, all right. So first things first, there was a game I found on Video Games 4 News, that Twitter, that Instagram page that kind of does 98% of the work of all of us, which is great. And there was a game called Just Die Already. And I was like, what is it? And it was an old man pissing on the ground. And I was like, what is this? So I go and watch the video, and it's like, it looks like Goat Simulator, it looks like a better version of Goat Simulator with old people. And I think basically you're just a bunch of old people that you just kill everyone, blow people up, and just cause mayhem.
Damn.
And you just pee and poop your pants and throw grenades and fire.
Kill people and pee, just like old people.
That's all it is. So as I was doing it, they have a Twitter account. It's like, if you want to follow Frank, he runs our Twitter account, but it's very offensive. So
Okay.
I was like, all right, I was like, let me check out this offensive, because when you hear offensive in 2021, you're like, this is going to go two ways. Either it's going to be offensive, like a baby saying the word crap, or offensive, or like part, or hyper right wing, like edgelord offensive.
Yeah.
Where it's like they still make, like, terrible Asian jokes that you heard in like 1987 on a Carnival cruise, and you're like, then everyone was like, that's funny, and now you're like, oh my god. So I was expecting this to be like, I'm like, oh, well, I wonder which way they're going to go. So you look at Frank, number one, they are verified, and they have 481 followers. So that made me physically ill. Because I know this is a video game, but I have
I have more followers than that. I should be verified.
I know I have about 1,600 and on my account as a comic and a voiceover actor and everything. And I've submitted to Twitter twice being like, hey, here's me. Here's some of my tweets posted in an article. Here's my website. Here's this. Here's the work I've done. Here's this. Here's YouTube. Here's this. And then they still are like, sorry, we're going to take a verified account. But of course, Frank, this fake old man, gets it.
Let me put together a quick video game in a half an hour, and then I'll say your official account is the Twitter account for it. It'll basically be a little bit simpler than the dinosaur jumping game in Chrome when the internet goes out. And you can have the official verified account for that.
Mattercade says offensive, like Mario calling people paisano in the 90s Super Show. Exactly.
Ooh, whoa. Don't say that on air.
I know. I'm so gulp. Oops. So Frank just died already. 291 tweets. His bio says, "Dear readers, some schmucks are paying me money to tell you about Just Die Already. What do I know about games or Twitter? Nada. I'm 94. Yours sincerely, Frank." I mean, that's offensive.
That's really offensive.
Here's a tweet. It has him, that thing like that changed my mind meme. And it says, back in my day, we had proper haircuts and music you could dance to. Now it's all Zoom party orgies, 5G stealing my thoughts, stupid middle partings. I don't know what that means. Lady Gaga and nipple rings. Hair? Like, I don't know, I guess.
Awesome.
You're all a bunch of filthy, indecent perverts. Man, this is offensive.
That's very offensive. These old people, man.
Tell me about it. Like if this was really run by a 94-year-old, let me tell you something. I think it'd be pretty offensive. If you actually gave an old man, like, here you go, you can say whatever's on your mind. Dang hipsters have claimed pickles and made it all fashionable. Seriously, who the heck wants to bathe in pickle juice?
Whoa, we can't say that on television.
Frank, you gotta stop. He calls people idiots.
Oh no, that's so offensive.
What is so rude about an eggplant? 100 exclamation points.
Frank doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what the eggplant means.
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I mean, it's just like, it's just when you say offensive to, like, these, I guess would be offensive in 1924 because they don't know what Twitter is. Like, what is that machine you're speaking on? So bad. Yeah, anyway, so the game is going to be on Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox One, Switch, PC. And Double Moose made it. They're the developer. They made this game and Animal Super Squad. There's no release date announced. Just the offensive tweets that Frank says that he.
I'm calling it. It's going to be the biggest game of all time. Everyone wants to play as old people and piss and kill people, especially if it's offensive.
I mean, it's just so offensive. The game is extremely offensive.
I'm offended, man. I'm triggered, actually. Even I would go that far. I would just say I am a soy boy libtard, and I am triggered.
You would be. I know. I should have said trigger warning. I'm so sorry. So that's it. So what's this next one?
Oh boy, I kind of put this on because I wanted to explain it, and then. All right. Do you know what an NFT is?
So the Turtles have Shredder's Revenge coming out.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. There's a story basically about non-fungible tokens.
Yes.
It's basically crypto for pieces of art. It could be any kind of digital file, whether it's like an actual like image or a song or a album or anyway. Some fuckhead developer named Jason Rohrer like made a game a while ago that's basically an art theft game, and he had a bunch of like other people make art for that game. Now he's selling those pieces of art as NFTs. And I read an article about it. It was very funny. That's like a lot of people are really uncomfortable with NFTs. It's basically like you quote unquote own an image. Anyone can like actually have it, but it's just like, oh, this person is the quote unquote owner of it. You can
the metadata is dated.
Yeah.
Like you could physically see like, oh, you're the only person to own the original image.
Exactly.
I think it is the metadata or something like that.
It works on the same principle as crypto, which I don't really want to explain right now. But basically anyone can see who owns it. The problem is that crypto is extremely bad for the environment because they have these huge server farms that are just pumping out bits and megabytes and RAM cycles nonstop, just spitting up data into the atmosphere, choking out all life on Earth. But for real, like they really are. They have these supercomputer farms that are churning away, trying to find mining and like doing crypto all day, every day that are extremely bad for the environment because it's just pouring electricity into a hole.
Well, let me ask you a question. How much exhaust does a computer give off?
None, but the coal plants that you burn coal at to make electricity to run the computer burns a lot. If you, for example, for this stupid game, like if one person, not even to just buy it for the first time, but like if I was going to give you the NFT for one of these stupid pieces of art, it would cost as much electricity as the average EU citizen uses in 4 days.
Jesus.
Yeah, like it's pretty ridiculous, and especially when like people are going to be trading this stuff a lot because it's the new hot thing. But there was a quote about this, the stupid game, that like a lot of the artists like who had given him art for his older game that he's now selling were mad about. This one guy goes, either Jason does more gross public shit using my art, because he's saying like if you tell him he'll take his art, he won't sell it. Either Jason does more gross public shit with my art, or else I have to like talk to Jason and spend some of my life doing that, which also sucks.
So this guy Jason really sucks.
I guess so. He doesn't seem popular with the people whose art he's selling.
Oh God. You imagine being so unlikable that someone's like, I can make 10 grand, but I gotta talk to Jason. You mean like you imagine being that unlikable that someone's like, yo, well, literally, you couldn't pay someone to talk to this guy.
He used to do
literally. Yeah,
it's nuts. Let's talk Shredder's Revenge. Did you see that trailer?
Get on the I did see it. PJ win. Yo, let me get on the stream. Oh, I guess we could. Yes. So let's talk about the Shredder's Revenge. I did see it. At first, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just a it played the whole. Number one, if you're gonna make a video game trailer, show me the game within the first 10 seconds, because I almost turned because it legit was like,
it seems like it's a reboot of the TV show.
That's what I thought. I was like, and I remember watching it, and like my girlfriend was like, "Why are you watching the Turtles?" And I was like, "Well, Ian put it in the doc. I think it's a video game." And like, for me to say like, I think it's a video game, it's like, I know, dude. They played the whole intro of the song.
And also, it's like someone being real try hard with the Ninja Turtles song, which is like, come on. Ninja Turtles are pretty cool, but they're also fucking silly. Like, you can't take them entirely seriously. They're not the Power Rangers, the most serious fighting force of all time.
No. I mean, you're completely right. It just was like, it was a redo of the song. So it wasn't the original song. And then just like Ian said, like, it was too long, and it wasn't the original artwork. So then you
Right.
also have like, it wasn't like the cartoon, it was like a ripoff of the cartoon. Like it's the cartoon, but it was redrawn.
Mm-hmm.
So then it made me think, I'm like, well, this is just a bad version of the cartoon. Like, I'm like, oh, this is just the shitty version of the cartoon.
Right.
And then, then finally, like, then it has like 8-bit,
But
or
then it gets to
16-bit,
the
like,
gameplay. Yeah, and it's like, so what Shredder's Revenge is, it's basically a reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. And not a remake, like a reboot. Like it has the same art style as that, only with all new pixel animations. Like all of the turtles have different run cycles, for example. But it's all the footage they showed, which is it's less than 30 seconds of the entire minute and a half long video.
yeah, it was crazy. Look at this. I know this PS5 is super cheap to run for crypto, which is why it's hard to find.
Oh, that makes sense.
Interesting. Here we have a guest coming in since we're only doing 2 of these. Oh, look at you. You're on camera.
Coming at you, W.
Guys, it's my friend. What do you want to be called? Well, your name's on the stream.
Yeah.
It's my friend Peach.
What's up,
Hey.
Peach?
How's it going?
Hey man,
How's it
I know
going,
it's
bro?
so funny. He's like, "Let me get on the stream." I was like, "All right," and he sat there. He set up his stuff, so I was like, "Yeah, why not?" We're talking Ninja Turtles. Remember the arcade game?
Say that again?
Do you remember the Ninja Turtles arcade game?
Yeah. Oh, I have a funny story. Do you remember
Yes.
the handheld, like, what were they, Tiger
Yep, Tiger
games?
Electronics used to do.
So do you remember the Nintendo, not Nintendo, the Ninja Turtle one?
Yep. I had
So
it.
speaking of long Ninja Turtle intros, so whenever you turned on the game, it played like the whole thing. It's like ding 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 ding, and you couldn't turn it off. Once it came on. So I was in 4th grade. My friend Conan, he brought that game in. He used to play it in his desk, hide it in his thing.
Awesome.
He would put it on mute. He would put it on mute, right? So one day, the whole class was quiet. And then all of a sudden you hear like
the whole song.
Yeah, it was awesome.
There was one time when
The teacher's like, "Yo, let me get next. Come on." No, he got in trouble.
When I was, thank you. I'm glad. When I was in summer school, I had a Darth Vader pen that would do sound effects, and I was in geometry.
That's why you were in summer schools, because you.
I was in a English class for summer school, and I fell asleep, and my hand hit the button. So everyone in the middle of the lecture here, I have you now. I was so embarrassed. I remember that Turtles game. I also remember the Nintendo Turtles game I hated so much.
Oh, that one was a bastard of a game.
That one is no good.
I mean, it was good when I was a kid, just because every game was good, but like it was not Turtles the arcade game, which is just I'm excited for this, man. I love those side-scrolling beat 'em ups. I love pixel graphics. This is cool.
Yeah. Well, they're fun for the whole family, they say.
Yeah. Couch
Fun
co-op
for the family.
That's the shit, man.
You know what always I thought strange about Ninja Turtle? I was a huge Ninja Turtle fan, and they would say, "I love being a turtle."
Yeah.
Like, but you don't know any different, do you? You don't know what it's like to be human or Splinter, the rat.
Yes.
Like, have you ever said, "Oh, I love being human"?
Also, you never heard Splinter ever go, "I love being a rat." Like, you never heard him ever say it.
I love being a brain in a giant yellow man suit.
Oh, Krang, yeah. I love being the Bebop.
What species was Krang?
He was
Something
just
from Dimension X.
That's right. Oh my God, that was my same thing with the '90s. How everything was Dimension X or Z.
Oh God, they loved X.
They loved X and Z, like Mega Man X, Generation X, Planet X. It was just every game was X. So so dumb.
Xanax.
Yep, the planet Xanax.
The X-Men, Professor X.
Professor X.
They had a whole Olympics about the letter X.
Oh, the X Games. Remember how cool the X Games was? Remember when that was like the coolest thing was the X Games?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? And everyone thought it was like the greatest thing.
Oh, it was so good. The XFL.
Oh my God.
XFL, yeah.
XFL.
Jesus.
They tried bringing it back and then it failed.
They brought it back like right before the pandemic. It was the fucking shittiest timing.
It's just, and the XFL's cursed. So they did it. I'm trying to like pull my shirt down as my breasts poke out of the shirt.
Your perk.
My my perk. I hate this shirt, and I'm like, I just forgot to change.
I look like it, DJ. You look very buxom tonight. It's beautiful.
Do I? I look very buxom. Well, I'd wear my brassiere, but it was chafing my nipples, so I stopped. I stopped doing it. What's the next story? What a fun trip.
I got a movie recommendation that comes secondhand from my boy Matt Arcane.
Let me tell you who loves movies, me and PJ.
You guys, I think, would love this movie. Have you heard of Psycho Goreman?
No, I have not.
You can see my cool avatar is Psycho Goreman. Psycho Goreman is a movie that came out in January of this year, and it is just the most over-the-top like homage to the 90s and like bad horror. Like I started watching.
I'm scared the balls out of me.
I think you scared the dog too. So this is what this is like a Toxic Avengers type of like this,
yeah, like it's in this. It's in the same line as Toxic Avengers. I started watching this YouTube channel called Scaredy Cats, which is a guy just watching old shitty horror movies and stuff. But he has a term he brought up that I'm now obsessed with, which is wet puppets. Like Toxic Avenger is a wet puppet. Or like,
what is a wet
imagine
puppet?
any movie. Like any puppet that's wet. Like the Crypt Keeper would be a wet puppet, but he's too dry. Like if he was a brain and he was like glistening in the lights, he'd be a wet puppet. Psycho Goreman is full of wet puppets. They are so soaking wet. But like imagine like someone like the guy grabs someone's face and rips it off, and you get to see all the like the latex like brains and the skull all dripping with blood and mucus, and it's like just a wet puppet. It's that.
Yeah. Wait, so it's on Blu-ray? What website is Blu-ray?
I watched it on Amazon. I think it's pretty much anywhere. Are you guys familiar with the band Gwar?
Yes. I saw Gwar live.
Oh, did you, Pete? Were you covered in blood?
No, but I stayed way in the back. But yeah, go ahead.
It's sort of like this movie is like Gwar crossed with Power Rangers is like a decent way to describe it.
But is it like violent and weird?
It's violent, it's weird, it's gory. The basic premise is Psycho Goreman is some sort of like extra dimensional warlord who comes to Earth, and like a couple of kids get some gem that controls him for some reason. Nothing's well explained, but like they are always poking fun at it. It's like very much like he'll be like, "This reminds me of the time I tore the spine out of the Grand Exarch on planet Oziam," and it's like that's it. There's no rhyme or reason. He just like tells these weird fucking stories with a lot of very specific words that don't make any sense. But
he's mainly just reminiscing about things the whole time.
Yeah, but he wants to destroy Earth and kill everyone, but the kids have his gem, so he has to follow their orders. So it becomes one of those like Harry and the Henderson things where he like goes around with them and they're like, "Oh, let's bring Psycho Goreman to get us ice cream or whatever." They dress him up like a cowboy, and everyone's just like, "I guess that's just a regular human being," like that kind of shit.
With a really wet face.
We gotta snake him into the movies.
This movie was a delight, start to finish. There's a lot of references to like some really crappy B horror movies like Phantasm and Wishmaster. If you know
Phantasm. Oh, I do remember Wishmaster and Phantasm.
Yeah, so I don't know what to say. This movie was awesome.
Well, I'm gonna check it. I want to check it out this week.
Actually, we go away next week, and I was hoping we could watch it.
Ooh, let's watch it then.
I do want to watch it again.
Yeah, let's watch it then.
Yeah, just a movie recommendation I think is of general interest to the fans of Unlimited Lives. Did PJ drop?
No, I'm here.
No, he's here. I just have it like this.
Trying to come up with a topic here.
We have a bunch of stuff. You don't have to worry about it. Just follow our lead.
All right.
Yeah, boy.
I'm pretty sure I watched a movie last night, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, I watched. We were started to watch the Full Monty, which I never saw, and I kept being disturbed that basically the movie's like these like out of unemployed steel workers put on like a male review show, but the whole through like the audition process and setting up, the guy's son is with them the whole time. Even as far as like watching the auditions where one guy drops his pants and they're all shocked by his huge penis. And I kept watching it and I kept going, the kid is right there. Like, it was so disturbing.
Well, what do you think happens?
He was like 8.
What do you think happens in the, some of these strippers, they got to bring their kids to work,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd rather go, if I had to go to work with one of my parents.
Yeah.
I'd probably rather go with my mom to the strip club.
Yeah.
Than my dad to the male strip club. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You don't want to go to the male.
Going with my dad's the cool DJ at a strip club, so I get to hang out with him at the DJ booth.
Oh, okay.
Listen to Cherry Pie on repeat.
Yeah, that's really cool. He always has like cool one-liners. Did I ever tell you guys one time? I did one of my first gigs at Pip's Comedy Club was me hosting a male review.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, they had me. I was opening the show before the host stripper would come out, and they were like, just do like 10 minutes. And I just did 10 minutes in front of like just very wild middle-aged women that just wanted to see men strip in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. It was. That was my first. I think it was my first paid gig for like $50.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was like
you
21.
Tips when you.
Then I made another 75 showing my penis and my buttocks. As I was 21 years old, I was a fresh 21-year-old boy.
Wow, nice.
Hey, thanks, man. I put myself through college. Yeah, Ian, let's watch Psycho Goreman when we go. I definitely want to see it.
And the other good thing is, like all great movies, it ends with a rap about the movie you just watched.
Oh my god! Oh,
I am so sadly stopped doing that. That is the best thing. Like the Addams Family rap, the Ninja Turtles rap,
the Addams Family,
the Wild West had a rap, and then in Black had a rap.
Oh my god, that's right.
We have Vanilla Ice, right? Did the Ninja Turtle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't probably Space Jam have a rap?
Yeah, Space Jam had a rap.
At the end.
I think it had a contractually obligated rap song in
It was
there.
kind of a song. Yeah, I think they did it because that's what they thought would sell to kids. They were like, we need a rap in this. And they're like, I think we're fine. It's like, no, it needs to end with a rap.
Also, like in the 80s when they still weren't sure like what was going on with songs. Remember Dream Warriors by Dawkins at the end of Nightmare 3?
Oh, yeah. Well, there was also that great song by Oingo.
Yeah.
Was that Oingo Boingo? Who was the one that's like, it's like, I'll give you anything.
Yeah, that's
what movie?
Who? Peach, look it up for me, please.
Yeah, I forget. It's always plays it. Oh, this is the
Who is it?
I saw this recently. You brought up Space Jam, so I thought. So I saw this article, Space Jam and the saga of sequels that almost happened. Have you heard about this?
What is it? Hold on. John Wilson said, truth time, me and the Thank You Rob boys stripped at a bachelorette party for money. Oh my God, John. Jesus. Go on.
There's going to be a whole slew of these sequels. They were going to have Race Jam with Jeff Gordon.
Like Race Jam with Jeff Gordon? Oh, that would have been great.
They were going to have one with Jackie Chan. They were going to do Skate Jam with Tony Hawk. Oh, there we go. Drama Rama.
Drama Rama. Great song, by the way.
Give you anything you want.
$100 bills. That's so good.
That's the one lyric everybody knows and screams out.
So good.
Yeah, so this, I'm seeing a picture of Tony Hawk and Tasmanian Devil on a skateboard with Marvin the Martian.
That's awesome. Why did they not do that?
Wait, put the link in the chat page for StreamYard, and I could put the image up.
Jeez, how am I going to do this? Okay.
How am I going to just put it in the chat?
I know, but he was using a different computer.
Oh no, PJ has so many computers. He's got like 8. He's like Minority Report.
No, I'm bringing up the mainframe now.
The mainframe. Oh, the road trip movie. Good Lord. Yeah, I gotta finish watching. What is it? Full Monty.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's. I don't know if you talked about
what
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
No.
So tomorrow's St. Patty's Day. So that brings up some movies like Leprechaun.
Oh,
also had a rap. Leprechaun in the Hood had a rap too.
Did they?
Oh my God, did it?
Yeah.
Leprechaun in the Hood. How many leprechauns were there?
Dude, there was like
at least
5.
I think. Yeah, there was at least 4.
Wow. For some reason, Troll and Troll 2 remind me of.
Oh my God!
Remind me of St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, there were 5. Wait, 8 Leprechaun movies. We have Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4 in space, Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun Back to the Hood, Leprechaun Origins. I shit you not.
If you got out of the
and
hood,
the newest one, Leprechaun Returns.
Well, I'm glad he returned. I am glad he returned. Leprechaun Returns. Yeah, this link is great. Now I need the image link. It's okay.
I don't know what that is. Leprechauns. Leprechauns versus Freddy versus Aliens versus Predators.
Yeah, when they started doing all the versus things that they were trying to do, like, you know, they did Alien versus Predator, they did Freddy versus Jason. They were gonna do like Chucky versus someone, and it's like, no.
Oh, how about Chucky versus Leprechaun? Who do you think?
Oh, that would make sense.
Leprechaun's magic, right? I think Leprechaun could beat Chucky in terms of magic.
I mean, Chucky's got to be magic too, though. No.
Yeah, Chucky's voodoo.
Oh, he's voodoo.
Yeah, but Chucky
voodoo.
can't cast magic. He's like powered by magic, but it's not like Chucky can like, you know. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Leprechaun movie, but I imagine he like sucks your brain out if you make the, you know. I don't know.
I forgot I think with Leprechaun it was like he was sort of a monkey's paw-ish that you would make if you had his gold, you could make a wish, but then it always like
you're thinking of Wishmaster. That was Wishmaster.
Oh shit, you're right.
Wishmaster
was crazy.
You had to put the 4-leaf clover in his mouth in order to kill him or something like that. The leprechaun.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's part of Leprechaun mythology. That makes sense.
Oh my God! Do you guys know? Speaking of Central Perk, that Jennifer Aniston, that was her first movie. That was Jennifer Aniston's first movie. Was Leprechaun? Yeah, she was in it.
Oh, no kidding.
I swear to God, I swear. Ian, we should watch Leprechaun one more. What?
Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Who?
Johnny Depp was.
Johnny Depp's first role was Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep, thanks to Wes
Johnny
Craven's
Depp was in
daughters.
Johnny Depp was in the bad Nightmare on Elm Street, though, the one from the 80s, not the awesome remake that came out.
Ian, I'm gonna slap you on your belly. Don't you ever say that. You're gonna get slapped on your belly. No, that's the best one. Yeah, dude, we should watch Leprechaun more.
And you know, Brad Pitt was in E.T., right?
Brad Pitt was in E.T.?
Yeah, he was the extraterrestrial. He played the E.T. That was his first movie.
Wow. Did he get like
no, I'm not looking
afterwards?
You're a liar. You're a liar. Brad Pitt's first movie, he was like an adult. Shut up, Ian. Look it up. I know he's lying. It's a good one though.
My friend told me that Jackie Chan was going to be in the new Star Wars, and I was like, "What? That sucks." That's terrible.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, E.T. was played by Brad Pitt. That is true. I'm on the Wikipedia page.
Told you.
Shut up. Don't make me look.
TJ, no, Brad Pitt did not play E.T.
You guys almost made me look like I was really going to check it out. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Speaking of cool of movies, which is Marvel.
Yeah, Falcon versus Winter Soldier.
Debuts Friday, right?
Yeah, debuts this Friday. March.
Is it going to be all of them, or they're going to do weekly like they did with?
They're going to do weekly. Are you excited?
I actually am excited. I really liked WandaVision a lot. Pete, did you watch any of those WandaVision or Marvel movie?
It's on my queue.
Ah, the queue.
Yeah, put it on there.
The Netflix queue. Ian, are you excited for it?
No, WandaVision was like so cool and weird, and like all I can think is Falcon versus Winter Soldier is just going to be more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I guess it's going to really work like a spy movie, you know. Like it'll work more like a spy show. I don't know. I like those two characters and I like those two actors, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't get it up about this one.
No.
No, I'm pretty soft over here.
I mean, PJ has it as Netflix queue.
Yeah.
Do you have it, PJ? Is it your DVD queue or your internet?
I know somebody who still gets the DVD.
Yeah. We all three of us know somebody. My brother.
Does he?
He's still, Shane still gets it's DVD.com, and it's basically Netflix doesn't do DVDs, but you could still get DVDs via Netflix with another. It's called DVD. It looks exactly like the Netflix thing, but it goes DVD.com. But it's
what
Netflix
happened to
like
Quickster.
Oh God, what happened to GameFly?
What happened to Quibi?
Quibi. I'll tell you what I hated, dude. I used to have GameFly, and I remember I canceled it 3 separate occasions. Because
why did you sign back up twice?
So here's where they got me. The first, I had Netflix with DVDs, right? And I was like, what? I was like binging Lost, and I was doing 4 DVDs at a time so I could like really get through Lost. So I just got an Xbox 360, and then GameFly came out, and they're like, read the hottest new releases like Netflix for video games. So I was like, all right. And I never had much of a problem.
Advertising works so well on you.
Dude, I fall for everything. So I was like, this seems pretty cool. So I got GameFly, and I put like whatever new game was coming out, and I put like, 6 games in, like an older kind of game and like 2 brand new ones. And I had my queue lined up. And what GameFly did was they had like maybe like a very short amount of new games, but a lot of old shitty ones. So I kept getting like the lowest of the low games on my queue. Then I'm like, oh, I guess I'll play Assassin's Creed 1, but I really want to play 2 because it's brand new. And then like, you can't, like with a movie, it takes you 2 hours and you're done. But with a game, you're doing it for 8 hours, or you know what I mean? So it's like you really had it was such a time suck. So I canceled it. And then maybe like 3 months later, I was like, I really want to play like whatever this new game is. And I was like, I didn't have enough money. And I was like, so I got GameFly again. And I go, this time I'll just.
It's going to be different. Different this time. They apologize. They're not going to do that ever again.
So I did was I basically I put like a shitty game that I was okay with and a good game, and they sent out the shitty one. So then I just cleared my queue and had GameFly up where it was just the game I wanted. And it would take like a month until I got like the new game. And then I just, I canceled it. And then I forgot how they got me a third time, but I think I was like,
they probably just had another ad that was like, try GameStop. And you're just like, okay.
You know what got it? Someone else was using GameFly, and they said to me, they were like, well, I use GameFly to play like old games I want to play, like Mass Effect 1 or whatever. Because instead of buying it, I'll just get it from GameFly. So then I looked at it that way, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll play a bunch of like older-ish games I wanted to play. And then I just did it like, I played like one game on GameFly, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And I got rid of it. I sent them an email because I wanted one of the games on there, and I wrote an email to him just being like, hey, I've had this like twice already, so can you send me the game on my queue? Otherwise, like, I'm just gonna cancel. And then they sent it to me like a week later, the new game I wanted. I was like, oh, cool.
Was it a letter? Did you write a
yeah, I penned a letter, and I penned the letter, I mailed it, and then
I scanned it, and then I sent them a PDF on email.
Yeah, wax seal and a PDF via email.
I used to have Sega Channel. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember Sega Channel. My friend Darren had Sega Channel, and that's how we played a bunch of.
That was so cool,
dude. Sega did so many things that were really hot,
groundbreaking.
Dreamcast had its own modem built in it. It was a HD. It was a high def graphics, but no one's TV could handle it. So it was like,
and it had little screens in the controllers.
Yep, the little memory card games. Yeah, it was awesome.
They had the Sega CD was the first thing,
Sega
CD-based system.
Yep, and then PlayStation, Sony and Nintendo were going to make the PlayStation, and then Sony was like, "Wait, why don't we do this ourselves?" And Nintendo was like, what?" Then
I thought Nintendo dropped out of it. Nintendo said we actually don't want to do this.
That is true.
Wow.
Ian was right. 100%.
The Sega Channel, you plug the cable,
the phone.
Was it the phone?
You plug your phone. Yeah, you plug the phone. It had its own built-in modem.
But then I thought you screwed the cable into the coax cable into the control into one of the cartridges and plug the cartridge into the.
Oh, I don't know. We'd have to look up how to set it up.
And that was fun.
Well, if you Google Sega Channel, you could probably see.
I know how to use the internet. I know how to use the internet.
Do you?
I'm on it. I'm on it right now, and it says you have to sign up
Ian's so
for
quick.
GameFly in order to use Sega Channel.
Oh wait, sign up for GameFly first before you do it. While
It
he's
was,
looking that up,
it connected to the cable TV wire. It was coax.
So I guess you had to unplug the cable. I guess you just had to get a cable splitter.
Yeah, you needed a splitter. Yeah, because
Oh
I messed it
God.
up, and I actually had to have the guy come over and set it up for me.
The cable guy?
Yeah, the cable guy had to set up the Sega channel for me because it was through the cable company.
You remember when I installed cable at your mom's house?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was one day I had a job. PJ, like he ordered cable installed at his house he was living at in Jersey with his parents. And like I don't know how you got me to come out there. Oh, I think I found the work order and I traded it with another tech. I was like, hey, that's my buddy's house. Can I go do that? And they were like, yeah, I don't care. Because it was like an install. And they're like, I don't want to run 2 lines. I was like, oh, I do.
There was like a hornet's nest or something. Didn't you have to fight off some bees, or am I just?
I fought bees constantly.
Wishful thing. One time, I told you this story. When you were working as a cable guy, you drove around in the cable truck, obviously, and I was at a light. And I swore the guy next to me was you. It was a Comcast truck, so I'm giving him the finger and not even looking, and because I thought it was you, and I look over and it wasn't you. I was like, oh.
Jeez.
That was also like the time when I was driving to Pratt with my friend Joe for my portfolio review, and I was getting tailgated. And then Joe was like, dude, just get in the right lane and move over. And I was like, no, fuck this guy. And I kept like staying in the fast lane doing like 80. And then I moved over I was like, fine. And then I just held my middle finger up as the car passed me. And then it slowed down and went behind me. And I was like, oh, what is this guy going to follow us to New York? And then the sirens went on. And I was like, oh no.
Shit.
Then there was one time, and what we do is we have one more fun little thing, and then we're going to wrap up. But I want to say this, PJ got me in trouble once at work. We used to have the Nextel phones as Comcast. And what you would do is you would chirp, you would just, it was like a phone, but it had a walkie-talkie. So you would go to someone's phone and you click the button and be like, hey, what's up, man? And if you didn't mute it, if your phone's on the table, you would just hear like, yo, dude, what are you doing? And you'd be like, oh, hey, man. So I was at work, and then like... I was like teaching a woman how to use like the cable box, like, so HBO's channel 301, and and all of a sudden here, like, hey, you fucking fuck, like coming through my phone. And I grab it, I'm like, I'm sorry, man. And I was like, hey, man, I'm at work. And she's like, oh, sorry. I was like, man, I'm so sorry. So anyway, so this is the last story we have. I found this extremely interesting for all of you guys. We're all friends. We're all fans. We're all fans of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Seinfeld was the version of Friends that was about a comedian. And you guys,
they know everyone knows what Seinfeld is.
Let me keep explaining. Jerry Seinfeld's the main character. And and then everyone knows what Funko Pops are. Those are the things that you have, like, there's always one person that is obsessed, and then when you ask why, they're just like, I don't know, they're cool. Like, they don't know.
Cool.
No one.
They do sound cool.
They're not cool. Funko Pops are not cool. They're not cool. They're not fun. They're not cool. They're not funky. They're dumb.
They're funky, popular. They're cool.
No, they're not. PJ, do you like Funko Pops?
I don't even know what that is.
Look him up. You'll know what. Watch now.
So cool.
Knowing my luck, he'll get obsessed with them now.
Oh, these things.
Yeah, PJ gets like weird obsessions. What do you think? Do you want to know?
I see them. I want the non-fungible token version of these.
He wants a non-fungible Funko Pop.
Non-funkable
non-funkable token. So Seinfeld, you can pre-order.
Those are characters from television that are absolutely unable to be created into Funko Pops. They're worth a lot of money.
So they're making you could pre-order Seinfeld Funko Pops.
They have some weird ones. Did you look into them? They have like Kramer, but he's in his underwear for some reason.
Well, there was a couple episodes that he was like in his tidy whities.
I'm sure there was one fucking episode, but it's like that's not like a thing about Kramer is that he's in his underwear. You just have a fucking weird Funko Pop in tidy whities. Like, what do you put that on your fucking desk at work? Someone goes by, they're like, "Whoa, what's this?" You're like, "It's Kramer." They're like, "I guess that guy has a fucking thing for Kramer."
Yeah, I really found a Funko Pop with Kramer.
I wouldn't think fans of those two things would mesh. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's like having like Nightmare on Elm Street Precious Moments dolls, or you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like they align, those two things.
That's very funny.
You know, get like the Child's Play poster as painted by Thomas Kincaid.
Matt Arcane, I only want George posing in his tidy whities in his chair.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, with the
but that would make sense. Like, that's a famous moment from Seinfeld. Like, I know that moment more than I know, Kramer in his underwear. They also have, you can get Yev Kassem, that Funko Pop. You guys know Yev Kassem?
No.
The soup
Who
Nazi?
is Yev Kassem?
His actual name is Yev Kassem, is how they're pitching it because they don't want to put Soup Nazi on a fucking Funko Pop.
Oh my God. It's like, then just don't make that figure.
I know, like call him Soup Jerk or call him the alt-right Soup Man or something that.
There's got to be a better name. It's got to be like the Soup Miser or something.
The Soup Fascist might work.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Do you think they'll have other Funkos if they're doing this?
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm like, well, if Seinfeld hopefully opens the floodgates and I can finally get Just Shoot Me Funko Pops, Mad About You Funko Pops, my so-called life Funko Pops. Like the 90s are open for Funko.
My so-called Funko.
Yeah.
You know what would be good? Remember what was
Parker Lewis Can't Lose? Remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose?
Oh, Funko? Cool Funko. Who's that? That's Parker Lewis from Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
That's right.
Do you remember that MTV animation, The Head or whatever? The guy.
Yes, it was on MTV Oddities.
Yeah, that would be a good Funko Pop.
Yeah, I mean they already have
Max
a big head.
Who? Max Headroom?
No, it's, what was that? The Head?
Yeah, it was called Aeon Flux was on that show. It was like a bunch of shorts.
Liquid Television.
Liquid Television. Right. My bad. Yeah, Liquid TV. And the head.
Alien in his head.
Yep, he had an alien that lived in his head, and they would solve crimes. The alien would like bust out of his skull, and like it was such a weird. MTV had some really good stuff, like when they really wanted to be like,
I wish MTV still played music videos.
Oh, you know what? You're
That's
such
my
a
hot take of the
Frank
day.
You're such a Frank right now on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. Guys, what a fun show we had. Peach, thanks for dropping by.
Thanks for having me.
Hey man, of course. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, Peach, because we're wrapping this up. Is there anything you want to plug or anything? Or
no thanks.
All right, dude, you're the best. Thanks for popping in. All right, Peach.
Take it easy, Peach.
All right, Peach. And Ian, let me ask you a question. If I was gonna get a Funko Pop that was based on a Twitter handle, what would it be?
It would be at Rex Saucy. Also, check out Psycho Gorman if you like old 90s and over-the-top, gory, silly, absurd movies. But follow me on Twitter at Rex Saucy.
Oh, very good. And you can follow me at TJ Del Reno. You can follow the show at Unlimited SXM on Twitter and Unlimited Lives on Facebook. Join the group, like the page. Follow us on Twitch, Unlimited Lives Radio. A lot of the stuff, just Google Unlimited Lives and it should come up as long as you see our cool logo. All right, man. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you next week for the last After Dark. And then, like I said, after that, After Dark will just pop up every now and then, whenever. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week. Tell your friends, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye, Ian. I talk to you soon.
See you soon.
Bye, everybody. See you soon. Later.